Forget the cancellation speedrun. Colleen Ballinger is going for the entire internet obliteration speedrun. Any percent completion internet irrelevancy speedrun. She's basically joining the ranks of the speedrun internet obliteration greats, such as Mini Lad or James Charles, who essentially destroyed their careers borderline overnight. Now, her response was bad before, and she's been memed to all hell for it, as well she should have been. But in this latest installment of Holy Colleen, what the fuck were you thinking? We have blackface. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, you thought you saw it all, yet somehow it's managing to get so much worse. There is a long list of Colleen Ballinger whoopsie daisies up to this point, but now this is just another flower that we're going to be adding to that entire meadow of whoopsie daisies, which is becoming just a bit too large to be a one-time thing that you have taken accountability for. Now, we're just gonna go ahead and set the groundwork here. Blackface is racist, and if you disagree with that statement, feel free to dislike the video, unsubscribe from the channel, and then block it so that I never have to interact with you on the internet again. But let's dive right into it, and here's the video. Now, I'm all for nuance and giving a chance for both sides of an argument or a situation to be able to express their views for the sake of understanding everything before we pass judgment. Innocent until proven guilty is a very important line in my book. But I'm going to go ahead and forego all of that moral groundwork and condemn this and be angry that it happened. This is disgusting. There are no other words for it, and there is no excuse for it. Now, the video itself was posted in 2018, but some people speculate that it may have happened as early as 2010. That's when the event that was going on where she was doing blackface was actually filmed. And the first offense that comes to people's mind is probably 2010. Oh, she was young then. People do dumb things when they're young. But I'd like to remind all of you that Colleen is not a particularly young person, especially insofar as internet and YouTube celebrities go. She was born in 1986. So if we just run the quick math calculation on that, wow, when she did blackface on stage in front of an audience and let it be filmed, she was 24 years old. This is not a 14, 15, or 16-year-old kid that doesn't understand the severity of doing something like blackface or all the issues that have surrounded that led to it being viewed as such a horribly racist thing. This is a full-grown adult who is well aware of the history and the actions surrounding that and the things that have been done to black people and minorities at large. I'm all for forgiving kids that mess up, but Colleen, when she did this, she was my age, and there is no world in which I would ever consider entertaining a crumb of the idea of doing blackface on stage in front of an audience. And even if I did, for some horrible reason, decide that was a good idea, I certainly wouldn't upload it to my own YouTube channel. Oh, what's that? You didn't know that? Yeah, not only did Colleen do this, the story gets so much worse, but she published the video to her YouTube channel, and that's how this was found. She's essentially collecting all the evidence for her inevitable internet demise all into one spot right on her channel so we can all find it and access it more easily, which is kind of considerate, but also very concerning. The lack of self-awareness to do something as racist and horrible as blackface, perform it on stage, and then upload a video of that performance to your own channel is mind-boggling. It's pure insanity. As for how the video was specifically found, Colleen published a book a little while ago, back in I think 2018, and in that book there's a QR code, and if you scan the QR code, then it takes you to a link of this video where she's doing blackface. It's currently unlisted on her main channel. Now, Colleen, for her main defense throughout this entire situation as it's gone down, has been that her humor is PG-13 and that she has never claimed it has been anything else. But that is becoming essentially a worse and worse defense. Imagine that I walk into a strip club. If there's someone doing blackface in the strip club, I'm still gonna be upset. That's still horrible, and it's still racist. The fact that I'm in an environment that is only specifically meant for adults does not mean that racism that is as blatant as blackface somehow becomes okay. And then the fact that she would post it herself to her own channel, like, I don't even have words. Now, Colleen still has a lot of fans, as is evidenced by the fact that she has likes on her apology video, and there are also some people, and you can scroll through the comments and see this yourself, that are essentially supporting her in this and saying, don't bow to the haters, yada yada yada. But I think given everything we now know about her, a reasonable case can be made about all the things that are going down. So far, she has been accused of befriending fans as young as 14 when she was 29, by the way, and then using them as free labor to run her social media accounts. She's been in group chats with underage fans and used that as an opportunity to discuss inappropriate topics like sex, and also ask for pictures of them, more specifically like booty pics of them. She's also sexualized children in skimpy outfits on stage during her live shows by calling them pornographic. She sent underage fans lingerie. She spread a child's legs on stage and claimed it was just for a fart joke. She then released the worst apology video of all time, where she basically mocks the victims and then brushes off all the accusations, more or less trying to gaslight her audience into believing this is all just a lie made up by someone for internet clout. And now she's been recently found doing blackface on stage and uploading it to her channel. Now, when it comes to any internet drama at all, I always try to give both sides a chance to say their piece. No matter the circumstance, no matter how bad it is super important to give everyone a chance to say their piece. It might not justify or help or make anything better at all, but it's important that everyone gets to say something before the end of the day. But I think in this instance, we are very justified in criticizing Colleen, and I would say essentially running her off the internet. She needs to go. We gave her power in the form of subscribers and internet attention and like Disney cameos and Netflix specials. And what she's proven is that she cannot be trusted with that kind of power, especially given how young her fans are. And so what we as a society, and I hate that word, need to do is decide that, okay, you are no longer trustworthy with this power. Ergo, we remove the power from you and you get off the internet. And a lot of people will say, yes, what she did was bad, but she doesn't deserve to lose her career over it. And one, I would say she absolutely does, especially when her career revolves around children who then grow to trust her and form parasocial relationships with her, and then might be unable to decide for themselves what is appropriate or not appropriate. And it's also important to remember that she is very, very rich. She has so many channels with tens of millions of subscribers. If she stopped earning money from YouTube today for all of time, she still has so many millions of dollars in the bank and in stocks and in other businesses and investments and stuff she may have started that she is never going to want for anything again as long as she lives. So she will be absolutely fine, which cannot be said about her victims, who as they get older will realize how horrible this whole situation is and how grossly they've been taken advantage of. So I think she needs to go. Just go, especially given everything that we've seen up to this point. All I can really say is all aboard the toxic gossip train, rolling down the tracks of misinformation. Yeah, that's all. Please subscribe. Bye.